We bring you now inside LaSalle College High School. It is a special day, senior day, as LaSalle takes on its arch rival St. Joseph's Prep. We'll send it down to Chris Carabello, who will introduce the managers and players.
Perfect. This is working well. Brendan, stay over there with your parents. Because we're going to get a group picture. Manager Elliot Shipman, escorted by his parents, Mark and Christina. Our varsity players, number 3, James Barjak, escorted by his parents, Ryan and Mary Jean. Number 10, Tim Smith, escorted by his parents, Tim and Jen. It's going good. We're going to start on time. Number 14, Will Ryan, escorted by his parents, Bill and Tricia, and sister Lauren. Number 23, Horace Simmons Jr., escorted by his parents, Horace and Ebony. 35, Ryan Sword, escorted by his parents, Suzanne and Jerry. And number 50, Tim Jennings, escorted by his parents, Mike and Erin. Let's have a big round of applause for the senior members of the basketball program here at LaSalle College High School. We'll figure it out. That's how you survive.
And now we'll get a picture with the entire senior class here at LaSalle, distinguished group. Thankful to them for their contributions to the program for the last 4 years. One big LaSalle basketball family down there. And, of course, after all that, we have a basketball game to play today, a big one here. LaSalle 2-6 in the league, trying to climb up into playoff position. They need a win like this and probably 2 more over the next 2 weekends, so need to win 3 of 5 to hoist themselves into playoff position. On the other hand, St. Joseph's Prep, they're in a great spot, 6-2 in the league right now, and they're thinking, hey, can we host a quarterfinal playoff game at historic Kelly Fieldhouse? They got another 5 games to go as well. This a key stop along the way against an arch rival. Stay with us, folks. We have tip-off in just less than 30 minutes.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
At Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services, whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups. At Meineke, we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
At Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services, whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups. At Meineke, we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage, dedicated to getting it done.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football, or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome inside LaSalle College High School. It is senior day as LaSalle takes on St. Joseph's Prep. Bob Long here alongside me is Brady Joyce on the camera. Thrilled to have Brady here with us here today. And LaSalle 2-6 in the Philadelphia Catholic League standings. They are in 11th right now and looking to get into that top 10 to find a way to get into the Catholic League playoffs. As we take a look at the standings right now, as they currently are situated, Roman Catholic, they are still undefeated in the Philadelphia Catholic League. St. Joe's Prep is 6-2 on the year. Really an impressive year for St. Joe's Prep, the Hawks. And as we take a look, give me just a moment here to pull up the rest of these Philadelphia Catholic League standings. The ones that you saw momentarily were from the 26th. And you can see how quickly and how dramatically these standings have changed. Roman Catholic now 8-0, Newman Goretti 7-1, and Archbishop Ryan and St. Joseph's Prep are in a tie for third at 6-2. St. Joseph's Prep actually beat Archbishop Ryan 3 weeks ago at home on a Friday night by 6 points, and that's the difference. St. Joe's Prep has that head-to-head advantage, and so as of this instant, would be slotted into the 3 seed in the Philadelphia Catholic League playoffs. That would earn them a home quarterfinal game. And as we look at LaSalle 2-6, they trail Devon Prep, who is 3-5, and has the head-to-head tiebreaker on LaSalle. Unlike prior years, a 10th place tie would go to a head-to-head tiebreaker as opposed to a one-game play-in on Tuesday followed by the 7-10 play-in game on Wednesday. So LaSalle effectively a game and a half behind Devon Prep. Father Judge and Cardinal O'Hara at 4-4 also have the head-to-head tiebreaker on LaSalle. So this is a big one here. If they can steal one at home against one of the league's best teams, that would hoist them into a tie with Devon Prep, so long as the Tide loses here with this iteration, the next game on their schedule. But then they need to at least finish one game ahead of Devon Prep in the standings to get that 10th and final seed. Bonner Prendergast still has games against Father Judge and Devon Prep. So they at 1-7 are not quite out of it either. So it's just as intriguing at the bottom of the standings as it is at the top. The race for the playoffs and the race to host a first-round playoff game. We look at St. Joe's Prep and LaSalle. We'll talk about the expected starters for LaSalle. Likely to go all seniors here today. Tim Jennings, James Barchak, Horace Simmons. Our buddy Will Ryan will get the start today, number 14. And then the expectation is that Ryan Sword will fill out that starting lineup as the 5th and final senior playing here today. For St. Joe's Prep, really talented bunch. Guard heavy, a 4-guard lineup that St. Joe's Prep has been running out there in recent years, or at least this year. Last year, they were a whole bunch of freshmen going out there and playing. Now, a lot of them sophomores. Olin Chamberlain, Jaron McKee, both sophomores with pedigree from a name standpoint. Olin Chamberlain, great nephew of the great Wilt Chamberlain. Jaron McKee, the son of Temple head coach Aaron McKee. Tristan Gillowett is the big down low. He's a junior, 6'9", wide body. He has taken some serious steps this year to become a big-time big man and is garnering attention from all over the Division I landscape. Jalen Harper, a junior guard, provides some length at 6'3", and he is a tremendous player, kind of that Batman or the Robin to the Batman of Chamberlain and McKee. These guys play so well together. And then Matt Gorman, a 6'2" junior, will start with the first off the bench, likely to be yet another sophomore, Jordan Ellerby at 6'2". Jason Harrigan and his club and his coaching staff has done a great job with this program, maybe a little bit ahead of schedule in terms of their return towards the top of the Catholic League. A proud, long-standing program, long-time coach Speedy Morris, who did give it up just a couple of years ago, retired after an excellent and long-term career across the high school, college, men's and women's game. Jason Harrigan had coached a few years at Cardinal O'Hara, now returns for his second year here at St. Joe's Prep. And the Hawks, quite a tough matchup every time they step out on the floor. Stay with us, folks. You are watching LaSalle College High School basketball on Bob Long Sports. And by the time we come back, it'll be time for the starting lineups and tip-off.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
At Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services, whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups. At Meineke, we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
Between LaSalle and St. Joseph's Prep. Welcome to the officials who will work today's game: Ben Moore, Sean Tucker, and John Wisniewski. The Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association, Philadelphia Catholic League, and LaSalle College High School promote and encourage good sportsmanship. We ask that you be positive in supporting your team. Please avoid abusive or inappropriate language. We ask that you accept the decisions of today's PIAA officials as fair and impartial. Thank you for your cooperation. At this time, we would ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and be mindful that we are always and everywhere in the holy presence of God. In his meditation, St. John Baptist de La Salle reminds his followers, "You have been made responsible for these children, just as St. Joseph was made responsible by God for the Savior of the world. This is also the first care you ought to have in your work if you wish to imitate St. Joseph, who had nothing more at heart than to provide for the needs of the child Jesus." We pause at the beginning of this game to ask God that we may have nothing more at heart than providing guidance to and fostering within the young men of LaSalle College High School and St. Joseph's Prep, whether we are parents, teachers, coaches, alumni, or fellow students. We ask that God give us the grace to fulfill well the responsibility He entrusts us with, educating the minds, forming the characters, and nurturing the spirits of the young men who engage the world and its needs with integrity, fairness, generosity, compassion, and faith. We ask these things through Christ our Lord. Amen. St. John Baptist de La Salle, pray for us. St. Joseph, pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts forever. Please remain standing as we honor America, our men and women in the armed forces, and veterans of military service with the playing of our national anthem, performed this afternoon by LaSalle senior Colin Leary. starting lineups for today's game. First for the visiting Hawks of St. Joseph's Prep. Number 0, Owen Chamberlain. Number 1, Jaron McKee. Number 3, Jalen Harper. Number 10, Matt Gorman. And number 21, Tristan Gillowette. The prep is coached by Jason Harrigan. And now the starting lineup for your Explorers of LaSalle. Number 24, 6'2" sophomore, Casey Fleming. Number 3, a 6'1" senior, James Barchak. Number 14, a 6' senior, Will Ryan. Hey, Will. Number 50, a 6'8" senior, Tim Jennings. And number 23, a 6'7" senior, Horace Simmons Jr. In his 5th season, LaSalle is coached by Mike McKee.
Great job by the public address announcer, Chris Carabello, there for the introductions, as well as an excellent rendition of the national anthem. So it's about time for tip-off here. This game originally scheduled for 3 o'clock. I think we can all understand here in Philadelphia why that might not have worked out here today. Philadelphia Eagles about to get underway. So this is a great appetizer for Eagles football here this afternoon. The Hawks and the Explorers, LaSalle in white, St. Joe's Prep in black. We're underway. LaSalle trying to find a win against the top half of the league. Probably need 3 over the next 5 games to find their way into the Philadelphia Catholic League playoff picture. St. Joe's Prep in the driver's seat right now. They are the 3 seed if the season ended today and would host a quarterfinal matchup. Also would be in the driver's seat to be the 2nd team out of the 6A to represent the Philadelphia Catholic League in District 12 in the state tournament. Here's Tim Jennings with a touch. Casey Fleming, the lone sophomore, getting the start here today. Will Ryan gets a touch right at the logo. A patient first possession by LaSalle. James Barchak, Horace Simmons. And Simmons Jr. comes to his right. Tough shot. Rebound corralled by number 1, Jaron McKee. He is the son of Temple head coach Aaron McKee and has been a key stalwart for this Hawks team this year. Gorman had a touch. Gorman drives inside, steps back, and hits. Body control that time from Matt Gorman. Has been a tough run here for LaSalle. 30-point losses to former state champs Newman Goretti and Devon Prep, and then lost by 20 on the road at a raucous Father Judge High School on Friday. Horace Simmons Jr., though, cashed that one in. Gorman has all 5 for St. Joe's Prep, and LaSalle fell asleep in the zone. No one guarded on that baseline. Double team comes on Ryan, and he's grabbed. Grab called against Olin Chamberlain. 6:05 to play first quarter. His first, team's first. Jennings, one-on-one against Tristan Gillowette. Tough matchup. Jennings makes it count. creates just a little bit of space there with the nudge in, the step back, and he's got that length to go over the top of the 6'9" Gillowett. Gorman drives baseline. Gillowett off the glass. Really nice job. So many big men will try to float that home there from straight on. Why not use the glass? Certainly gives you a wider margin for error in that situation. Fleming. And now Simmons Jr., two-man basketball with Tim Jennings. Fleming, pull-up, yes. That's a really nice offensive set from LaSalle. Three guys weaving on that right-hand side of the floor. Creates a good look for Fleming. And Fleming got a block, but there was contact down below. His first, team's first, in the act of shooting. So to the line for two will go Olin Chamberlain. Another look here. Just had a half step on Fleming. Did a nice job to come back into the play. They called the foul against Horace Simmons Jr. Only saw the very end there. Perhaps it was a reach on Horace Simmons Jr. Will Ryan and Tim Jennings check out of the game. Tim Smith and Ryan Sorge in their place. 2 for 2 at the line. Fleming guarded by Jaron McKee, keeps it in along the sideline. Tough spot though for Ryan Sorge. Barchak. Simmons bounced it off his foot. Sorge, and now LaSalle can reset. Fortunate to be able to do so, and a good decision by the veteran Ryan Sorge. A giveaway for LaSalle. St. Joe's Prep very aggressive defensively on that possession. No easy ones for LaSalle. Jordan Ellerby just checked into the game. Pedigree there as well, not just with the Chamberlain and McKee names. His grandfather, a longtime coach at Simon Gratz. A little short on that three. Gillowett, what a move. Tristan Gillowett puts it in. And did a nice job not to go over the back as well in the process. Bob Long, Brady Joyce, your broadcast team here today. Senior day for LaSalle. And a grab. Hand check called against number 3, Jalen Harper. We had the opportunity to see St. Joe's Prep live and in person at the Moscow Foundation Shootout, the Diane Moscow Foundation Shootout, one of our favorite events every year to make sure we showcase some of the high-level basketball being played. St. Joe's played St. John's Catholic Prep and ran away with that one. Won by about 30 points, and we're in control from the opening jump. Horace Simmons Jr., no. Gillowett able to corral the rebound. Gorman, no good for 3. He's got 5 early ones of St. Joe's Prep's 11. Fleming is guarded by Jordan Ellerby. Simmons. And that one's touched by St. Joe's Prep. Last touch by Jaron McKee. Good call by the official on that side of the floor. Another look, and you'll see that ball just deflect a touch. Here's Horace Simmons Jr. Good look for Ryan Sorge. He's open and just a bit short. Jaron McKee wants to push the pace. Jordan Ellerby. Great look to Gillowett. Able to reset and finish. It was not a clean catch initially. The patience and the composure in a tight spot to recover that basketball and get to that left shoulder. Finish with the right hand. Barchak blocked from behind, and Gillowett called for the personal. Another look here, and I love this. James Barchak playing that inverted style, a guard who loves to go with his back to the basket. Gillowett, to his credit, certainly recognized, read the scouting report, but a little too much contact, deemed the referee. One of two. LaSalle man-to-man defensively. Gillowett, great look inside, and a good finish. Jalen Harper with the left hand. Fleming turns around and couldn't hit it. Gillowett, one and done for LaSalle in most situations. Have not been able to corral a rebound and couldn't hit the three. That was Ellerby. That would have been a big one. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. LaSalle already trailing 15-7. Sorge. So interesting how they elect to guard Horace Simmons Jr. Gillowett is just prepared for the double. Ryan Sorge hits the three. You wonder there why St. Joe's Prep may not decide to simply go Gillowett one-on-one against Simmons Jr. That's going to be a challenge, whether it's Harper or Ellerby or whomever they're going to put down there on them, and to have Gillowett just providing double team if needed, well, that's going to leave an outside shooter open for LaSalle. It's exactly what happened on the last possession. We'll see the chess match develop as the game goes along. Mick McKee just checked into the game. Jennings is back as well, and Hayes Altamari gets his first run for LaSalle in white. Jennings wants the basketball. This is Jennings again here at the elbow. Sorge feeling it, couldn't hit that one. Here's Jalen Harper. Dribble drive. Olin Chamberlain, what a finish. Playing off 2 feet, avoided any type of player control foul, came to the jump stop, avoided the shot blocker. Excellent. Fleming in trouble, gave it up. Olin Chamberlain, he'll take it himself. Couldn't finish. And a jump ball is the call. Alternate possession will keep it with St. Joe's Prep with 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Olin Chamberlain for three. That's an excellent box out by Tim Jennings. 12 seconds left. Mick McKee, 8 seconds left. Altamare hits the three. Still 4 seconds to go. Chamberlain realizes it. They'll get a look, but it did not go in time. That's going to be waved off. Had a shot to get it off in time, but the clock just ran dry. What a bucket by Altamare, cuts it to a 4-point game. It was as high as an 8-point lead for St. Joe's Prep, and just a little delay on that pass. That shot was late. That's the end of the first quarter here on Bob Long Sports. Time to tell you about Next Play Basketball. Our friends Matt Paul and Ryan Ansel, who run a great AAU basketball organization. They have teams from 4th grade through 12th grade, boys and girls. They also have team clinics. They have group instruction, individual instruction as well. So if you are looking to become a better basketball player, looking to join an up-and-coming organization and learn about that next play mentality, trademarked, visit their Facebook page, Next Play Basketball, for more. Thanks to them for their sponsorship. We really appreciate it. And we appreciate Ryan Ansel, who's an assistant here at LaSalle. CJO Design and Construction. CJO Design and Construction is a landscape contracting organization run by Chad Ormond, very involved with LaSalle's football program. We've gotten to know him well over the years. He also did an excellent job with my wife and my backyard. And so if you have a project, hardscape, landscape, you want to put in a patio or a pool, make sure you give Chad Ormond a call. Visit them at cjodesignandconstruction.com. We appreciate the partnership. Thanks to all our sponsors who allow us to do what we do, come to as many games as we can, make technological improvements, and generally showcase the high school athlete. St. Joe's Prep comes out with a different defensive look, more matchup zone. Skip pass for Casey Fleming. And that one thrown towards the baseline, intended for Tim Jennings. You can see the idea, though, there by LaSalle. Don't let the ball hit the ground too much. Get the ball to the center of that zone, force the collapse of the defense. Just an errant pass. Jordan Ellerby. Defended by Hayes Altamare. Ellerby, tough shot. Kind of a wild one there as Fleming comes the other way with it. Simmons for three. And that one hit the wire, so automatically out of play. St. Joe's basketball. Another look here, transition look by Simmons. Nick Parisi just checked into the game, had a bit of a coming out party at the varsity level on Friday night against Father Judge. Provided minutes, energy, and efficiency in the scoring column. Nick McKee, the sophomore, nearly took that one away from Jaron McKee. Here's Ellerby. Olin Chamberlain baseline, extra pass. Thing of beauty. Jaron McKee for three. When St. Joe's Prep's offense is going well, that's what it looks like. Ball movement, dribble drive, extra pass. Nick Parisi couldn't quite hit it. Good look there in the middle of the lane. Very good off-ball movement we've noticed in our time watching Nick Parisi. Willing cutter, willing passer, and certainly unabashed to let it go as well. There's Jordan Ellerby, big-time individual move on the baseline. Miscommunication between Mick McKee and Horace Simmons Jr. Timeout on the floor. 5:48 to play, second quarter. And St. Joe's Prep has its largest lead of the afternoon, 22-13. This portion of today's game is brought to you by Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. They're tremendous realtors in the area. They help folks buy and sell their homes. And certainly appreciate everything that they did for my wife and me. Certainly wouldn't be talking about these folks, wouldn't be advertising for them if I couldn't speak personally to their professionalism and their ability to get the job done. Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle can help you if you're looking for a second home, maybe at the shore or in the mountains, or if you're looking to extract the value from your current home and maybe you're in a downsizing position, they can help you with that as well. Or if you're a first-time home buyer, which is what we were at the time, they're exactly the resource that you need. Visit them online. You can see their contact information below and tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. You feel it's a critical time coming out of this timeout for LaSalle. They got the big bucket to end the first quarter, but have not scored in more than 2.5 minutes here in the second quarter. Great back cut by Matt Gorman. He's got 7 early ones. And Tristan Gillowette, a willing passer. Great vision. Now Gillowette decides to front Tim Jennings. Here's Horace Simmons Jr. Got a defender in the air. And this will be a foul. Interesting here. If it goes against Tristan Gillowette, should be his second. And it is against Tristan Gillowette. So that's the fourth against Gillowette's second against Gillowette, fourth on the team. So will he remain in the game? For the time being, he will. Jason Harrigan not happy with the call, right in the center of your screen there. But Gillowette will remain on the floor. And I think if you're Mike McKee, as long as he's still on the floor and if he's not going to guard Horace Simmons directly, well, he can still try to beat his first defender and then attack Gillowette on the double team. Try to coerce that third foul. Five minutes to go, second quarter. LaSalle trails by 9. Here's Olin Chamberlain into the lane. Gillowette double teamed. What a pass in traffic. It's going to be a foul on the floor against LaSalle. Just the second team foul. And it goes against Nick Parisi, his first. Ryan Swords checks in, replacing Parisi. Oh, what a look. Patience by Jaron McKee. LaSalle elected not to guard the inbounder, and again, great vision. Second time in as many possessions for Tristan Gillowette. Simmons wants the basketball. Might look to drive again, instead pulls up, that's well short. .418 to play as Jalen Harper checks in, replacing Olin Chamberlain. Stay with us at half. After a quick break, we expect our buddy Josh Verlin from City of Basketball Love to join us. We'll talk a little bit about Camden versus Imhotep. Both of us were at that contest yesterday. Highly anticipated and sold-out matchup at Hagan Arena. And we'll talk about the Philadelphia Catholic League at large as well as this contest here. Excited to talk to Josh. He always brings great perspective. Simmons Jr. pulls up. It was halfway down for Horace Simmons Jr. There's a three for Harper. And there's some space in this one. Teams are up and down the floor. Fleming steps into it. And Gillowette brings it down with one big mitt. 14-point lead for St. Joe's Prep. Ellerby. Gillowette. A little strong off the glass. Tell you what, if he can develop that part of his game and be consistent, he'll be nearly unguardable. Fleming to the 10. What a finish. There's a recognition by the sophomore Fleming that Gillowette has 2 personal fouls, can't be that aggressive, and attacks him. Jordan Ellerby with the answer. LaSalle again failing to pick up off ball St. Joe's Prep offensive players on the perimeter. It's a 30-second timeout, and presumably to talk about just that in the LaSalle huddle. This portion of today's game is brought to you by E&M Insurance in North Wales. Run by Chris Marr, class of 1989, sent 2 sons here from the classes of 2018 and 2020 respectively. Also on the alumni board and former Alumni Association board president. But outside of all that, he is an excellent, excellent insurance agent, runs this agency very well. And if you are looking for property and casualty insurance on the business or personal side, maybe you're looking to bundle your home and auto, or maybe, just maybe, you haven't thought about your insurance at all, which is probably most of us. But the thing is, if you just hand him your policy, Chris will be more than happy to do all the legwork. He'll let you know what coverage you have, what coverage you might need. He's going to give you a higher level of service, I can promise you that. and make sure that the price is right as well. So visit them online, eandminsurance.com, or call them at 215-368-9555, 215-368-9555. Horace Simmons, an open three. Fleming got one hand on it, poked away, and it'll be St. Joseph's Prep basketball. This here is one of the best looks that Horace Simmons, most open looks that he's gotten in about a month. Just a bit short there, but teams have read the scouting report. They want to get beaten by anybody but Horace Simmons Jr. when they play LaSalle. To his credit, he makes a lot of high difficulty shots. Had 28 points on Friday night against Father Judge. I think a big 2 minutes here for LaSalle. They trail by 15, need 3 of the next 5 to realistically think about a playoff berth. It's an arch rival here. Got to cut this inside 15. Horace Simmons finishes. It's the head fake inside that led to the flyby by the defender. The problem for LaSalle is they're just not getting back defensively. Ellerby, that's too easy from about 10 feet away. And Jennings had trouble with it, able to corral it. But now given away again, a soft pass from Jennings intended for Horace Simmons Jr. St. Joe's Prep again. And that time it's Jaron McKee. It's the largest lead for St. Joe's Prep. 1:02 to go. LaSalle in trouble here. Late stages of the second quarter. It's a 30-second timeout on the floor. And we're going to tell you about our newest sponsor, Sparing Legal. If your business is fighting over a contract or owed money, you'll quickly realize the legal system is confusing and stressful. Sparing Law Firm has years of experience aggressively helping businesses and business owners navigate the legal system so they can focus on what they want most, living their lives and running their businesses. Call Sparing Law Firm today for your free consultation at 484-250-9058 or visit their website at sparinglegal.com. That's 484-250-9058. or sparinglegal.com. St. Joe's Prep comes out of that timeout with a full court look, perhaps smelling blood in the water here. And they coerce the steal. 50 seconds left. Ellerby, 44 seconds left. St. Joe's Prep certainly had the option to hold for the last shot, but they were feeling it. It was a good look for Ellerby, so why not? Another steal, this time by Jaron McKee. 30 seconds left. Will they hold this time? Harper, no. It's blocked by Tim Jennings and will stay right here. You can let that go into the backcourt, and they do so well. .16 seconds left. Down to 10, it's a deep three. And Fleming comes down with it. 5 seconds left. Fleming, he'll attack the basket and just couldn't finish. That'll be the end of the first half. St. Joe's Prep, 36 points on the board. And they lead LaSalle by 17 here at the break. Stay with us, folks. In just a few minutes, we'll have Josh Verlin in the booth with us. Excited to see what he has to say and what he thinks of what he's seen across the basketball landscape in recent weeks. Stay tuned.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dumpyford.com.
Come experience the Dumpy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with 0 out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
At Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair.
Welcome back, folks. Bob Long, and look who it is. It's our buddy Josh Verlin from City of Basketball Love. So thrilled when he's in the building, we can get him on for a halftime interview. Josh, first off, how are you? Busy weekend for you with the big game yesterday and this one here today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm great. How could you be bad this weekend in Philadelphia? Imhotep Camden yesterday, get a Catholic League game in the afternoon, and then we get to go home and watch the Eagles advance to the Super Bowl. I'm not even going to say maybe advance to the Super Bowl. The Eagles will advance to the Super Bowl this afternoon, and then I will be opening my fortune-telling office tomorrow.
That's right.
So, yeah, no, great weekend, and this is, impressive St. Joe's Prep team that we've seen this year.
It is impressive, and we were talking a little bit about LaSalle and what they need to make a late run. I think they need to win 3 of the next 5, and so the thought is, hey, on senior day with a little bit of extra emotion, can you steal one here? St. Joe's Prep has not opened that door, really.
Yeah, I mean, it was a young, impressive team last year that went through the lumps in the Catholic League, and I think the general consensus was this was a Prep team that 2 years from last year, as in next year
Yep.
was going to be ready to compete for the Catholic League championship with only, sophomores and juniors in the starting lineup this year and still some unproven young pieces. And they've really exceeded expectations. I think this is the prep team we almost expected to see next year, and they're there this year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're still young. Now, how are they going to do against a Newman Goretti or so in the, quarterfinals, semifinals? But right now, they are looking every bit the Catholic League contender that we thought they would be next year.
And you feel like with those quarterfinal games, young or not, the importance of a home playoff game is so just imperative in this league. Right now, they sit in a tie for third. We talked pregame. They have the head-to-head over Archbishop Ryan. Of course, there's about 5 games left for everybody, so much can happen. But a quarterfinal home game at Kelly Fieldhouse would go a long way toward punching their ticket back to the Palestra. It's probably been 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, absolutely. But, and again, with so much left to play in the Catholic League, that's going to mean beating a Wood or a Carroll or maybe even a West Catholic at home. That's far easier said than done.
Yes.
But let's rewind. We're still in January. They're a good-looking team right now, and I've just been so impressed with how those guards have taken a step up from last year.
Yeah, they sure have. I mean, they can throw 4 guards out there at a time with Tristan Gillowett as the big man. That's tough to contend with. And you think about the other bigs in this league, Gillowett having to go up against the likes of a Sharif Jackson, Anthony Finkley from Roman Catholic, against Thomas Sorber from Archbishop Ryan. There are others, of course.
I was going to say, you missed the key one. Sultan Adewale actually held Tristan scoreless the other night. So we've seen that it is possible to slow him down.
Absolutely right.
But you need a high major big man to do it.
Sure do. So, you think about that. Is it a tide rising all ships in that maybe we've had there's always a lot of good big men in the PCL, but the fact that you have 4, 5, 6, 7 quality big men, is that tide rising all ships because they see each other week to week?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you are a post player, there's only so many 6'9", 6'10", highly skilled big men around. So obviously when you're of that ilk, you're going to want to put yourself in positions where you can go against other players of that size because you're going to face them at the Division I level. So I think it certainly helps the entire Catholic League if you will have a young big man and you're thinking about, do you go here or do you go to a Westtown or a George or, prep schools outside of the region to say, hey, I'm going to be able to go up against Thomas Sorber, once a year, and Tristan Gillowett once a year, and Sultan Adewale once a year, or, twice or 3 times potentially based on the playoffs. I think that absolutely has to make a difference because now you're thinking, okay, I don't have to go out of state to find that competition. I can find it right here.
So before we get you out of here, we have to ask about Camden versus MOTEP. Yesterday, Hagen Arena, sold-out crowd. Was thrilled to see you there. It was just an absolute blast. Thoughts? Takeaways?
It's interesting because that game was built up for so long, and it felt like it went by in an instant. I said this to you pregame. It was every bit the game we wanted it to be. 3-point game. Neither team, I think the largest lead was 7, but only briefly. I mean, it was really a 2 to 4 point game played the entire way through. The Stars did their thing. Justin Edwards did his thing. Ahmad Noel hit big shots. DJ Wagner was DJ Wagner. Cian Medley was terrific. Desir Haskins comes off the bench and hits 4 threes. I mean, everything you would want to see from that game, you saw. The only complaint I would have is that I wish it was longer. I would have loved like a 2 overtime because that's what makes it like the game you're talking about for forever. If it goes 4 overtimes, the Archbishop Wood 7 overtime. I mean, that game, I would have loved to see more of it, but can't really complain about a 3-point game that had Imhotep with a chance to win it with a 3 with 2 seconds left.
I think the other thing that makes it a game you talk about for years and years to come is how the guys on that floor develop over time. College, professional game, right? It was as big a game as you could possibly imagine. If we're talking 20 years about NBA All-Stars on that floor, it becomes larger than life.
Correct. Absolutely, yes. If Aaron Bradshaw is an NBA All-Star and if Justin Edwards is, playing for the Sixers or whatever, yes, absolutely. And that's a pipe dream, obviously. But, I think absolutely it's one of those ones that, would the LeBron James be the LeBron James if LeBron hadn't become what he had become?
Right. Absolutely right. So it's great discussion points. It was a highlight of my year. I'm sure yours as well. And
a highlight of my career. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. And this is a highlight, too. Great to have you in the booth. Thanks for being here.
Thanks,
and
Bob.
Enjoy the second half.
Always happy to stop by.
Appreciate that.
Good seeing you.
Be well. That's Josh Verlin from City of Basketball Love, our good buddy, stopping by the booth. Check him out online, cityofbasketballlove.com. He and his tremendous writers do an excellent job keeping you updated on the world of high school and college basketball. Well, as we talked about with Josh, St. Joe's Prep was excellent in 16 minutes of basketball. 36 points, a 17-point lead. Looking to get to 7-2 in the Philadelphia Catholic League. And they would end the third to last weekend of the regular season. Just 4 games remain after the conclusion of this weekend's games. They would end that in the 3rd spot, in a tie with Archbishop Bryant, but holding the head-to-head advantage in terms of seeding purposes. Tristan Gillowette. And Tim Jennings pulls it away from him. A jump ball. LaSalle will get the basketball back. And that's when they're kind of brings it down as he tries to swim through there. Tim Jennings alert and on the spot defensively. Hayes Altamare finds Horace Simmons Jr. Defended by Matt Gorman, but there's that double team that he swims through. Jennings goes one-on-one. Almost finished it. Horace Simmons Jr. is blocked by Tristan Gillowette, and a foul is called. Who will this be on? I think it'll go against Jaron McKee, and indeed it will be, but also in the area, of course, was Tristan Gillowette. Would have been his 3rd, but instead it is just the first on Jaron McKee. Team's first, 6:48 to play 3rd quarter. Extra pass. Simmons Jr. got it. An open 3 in the corner. And LaSalle, that's ball movement. 4 passes actually, not hitting the floor. But going behind the ball screen, not a good idea. Barchak tries to go underneath, and Jaron McKee makes him pay. Casey Fleming all the way to the 10. Great finish. Unafraid of the contact, gets all the way to the rim and finishes strong. Olin Chamberlain looks for help and throws it away. So LaSalle gets the stop. 5:50 to go, 3rd quarter. Can they piece together a few consistent and successful offensive trips here? 2 straight for LaSalle. Can they keep it going? They have numbers. Hayes Altamare. Now Barchak. And LaSalle adroitly pulls this one back. St. Joe's Prep also pretty good transition defense. Fleming. Too strong, and a blocking foul is called. That's the 2nd against Jaron McKee in just the last few minutes. 2nd for the entire contest as well. Defender just overplayed him slightly, and a great spin gets him all the way to the hoop. .5:21 to go, 3rd quarter. It's a 14-point lead for St. Joe's Prep. LaSalle looking for some stops. Gillowette goes baseline, and a grab is called against Tim Jennings. all in all, a pretty good foul there. Once that first power dribble hit the floor, there was really no stopping Gillowette. It was going to be an easy lay-in. Just the first personal on Tim Jennings and the first against LaSalle here in the second half. That's McKee off the ball screen. Jalen Harper steps into one, and that doesn't draw any iron. So LaSalle stringing a couple defensive stops together. Long way to go. But a 14-point contest, 4:55 to play, third quarter. Casey Fleming finds Horace Simmons Jr. and lost the basketball. A turnover sends it right back to St. Joe's Prep. Dribble drive. There's Jalen Harper again. Fending off that defender with the strong dribble, kind of riding with the body there, and just rises over top. Horace Simmons Jr. And now St. Joe's Prep. This is where they're dangerous. LaSalle has some numbers back. But Olin Chamberlain put it off the front rim, found a little seam in the middle of that defense. James Barchak, so good with that floater. It's been his calling card this year, the ability with that dribble penetration, a lot of times with that left hand, to get to the center of the defense, keep the body under control, and float it home. Tough shot. Wow. Jaron McKee. Pretty good defense there by LaSalle. Sometimes you have to tip your cap. Tim Jennings goes to work. There was a lot of contact there as well, wasn't called. Gillowette came down with the left hand. Good move by Tim Jennings. Pull up. And it's his game right now, Jaron McKee. Nailing it from just inside the three. Oh, what a look by Horace Simmons Jr. Fleming, he's going to go right at Tristan Gillowette. The sophomore, Casey Fleming, love how he's mixing it up amongst the big boys. He's taking a couple big hits as well, some serious contact. But this sophomore playing great right now. This portion of today's game brought to you by Next Play Basketball, an AAU organization run by Ryan Ansell, LaSalle assistant, and Matt Paul. They have AAU basketball teams from 4th grade through 12th grade, boys and girls. That's a lot of basketball teams. And a lot of great coaches involved with this staff as well. Visit them on Facebook. They have a very robust Facebook page. It has information about when there are tryouts, what upcoming group clinics there might be. Also information about individual instruction. Check out our guy Ryan Ansell as well at ryananselbasketball.com. Good move inside. Patience by Jalen Harper. Yeah, he let Ryan Sorge fly by. Sorge was behind on the play, so had to kind of lunge at him, go in the air, and try to block it. So the little raise of the eyes was more than enough to allow Sorge to fly by. Double team, and it's deflected and intercepted. Here's Matt Gorman. LaSalle stays man-to-man defensively. Too strong from McKee. Here's Casey Fleming. 4-on-3 for LaSalle if they hurry. And St. Joe's Prep back very well defensively. 1:39 to go, third quarter. It's an 18-point lead for St. Joe's Prep. Casey Fleming, halfway down. Gorman leads the break. Jackson McGuire with a touch. And that one's last touched by Ryan Sorge. Jalen Harper driving into a double team. No good there from Jackson McGuire. Double team comes on Simmons Jr. He's in tough foot. And it's going to be the offensive foul. Extending that off arm. You heard Jason Harrigan, at least we could hear it through my headphones, yelling for that double team to commit. And that's absolutely going to be a push off. Second personal against Simmons Jr. Jackson McGuire with the moving screen. It's interesting. That's one on the very last possession. Thought I heard him say, or the official say, keep moving when McGuire seemed to do the same type of thing. A point of emphasis across basically every level of basketball except for the NBA to make sure that you're set all the way through that screen. So the second one I think was just too much. Mick McKee mixing it up. But Gorman, what a one-handed pass. Ellerby, Harper, and McKee. And there was an opportunity perhaps for an alley-oop there. That's a great pass there by Gorman, no doubt about it. But with Ellerby and McKee, I think Horace Simmons hightailing it back, maybe took that out of the equation there for Ellerby. Jaron McKee hits it again. And that time, off the ball screen, he had James Barchak essentially behind him, so could hold him off his left hip and rise up and hit it. Right at the horn, no good for Casey Fleming. That's the end of the third quarter, and St. Joe's Prep has opened up a 20-point lead against their rival LaSalle. Before we head to the fourth quarter, we'll tell you about CJO Design and Construction, a wonderful landscape contract company that we've had the pleasure to work with here on the sponsorship side this year. Chad Ormond, the head man at CJO Design and Construction, involved with LaSalle, and we ask folks all the time, these are companies that are sponsoring and showcasing high school athletes. They allow myself, my team, to come out to more and more of these games, invest in equipment at times, and just be a presence here in the LaSalle community. We quite literally could not do it without them. So I know just about all homeowners are going to be at least remulching or maybe doing some other landscape work. Would ask you to consider CJO Design and Construction, humbly, of course. Chad and his team do a really good job. I wouldn't be sending you to a company that doesn't do the right thing by their clients and doesn't have a very excellent staff. And I can say to both of those things, they pass the mark in a big way. Visit them at cjodesignandconstruction.com, and thanks to Chad and his staff for sponsoring LaSalle Sports, Bob Long Sports, and supporting high school athletes. Underway here in the fourth quarter. Jalen Harper. What a look. Jaron McKee, bang. Boy, when you leave your feet there, to pass that ball. You better hope that someone's open. St. Joe's Prep spaced the floor really well, and Harper had incredible vision on that play. Casey Fleming with the answer for LaSalle. And that time LaSalle got the ball to the center of the zone. Defense collapsed. Kick it out to your shooter. And a blocking foul is called. Harper will go to the line for 2. 7:06 to play. We'll tell you also about our buddies Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors, our favorite LaSalle Realtors. Check the contact information below. Maybe you're 6, 9, or 12 months away from considering buying or selling your home. This is the right time to engage Jim and Carrie. They can help you maneuver a very difficult interest rate market right now. It's very interesting as well from a standpoint of what the market value is. And so if you're looking for that type of help, again, you bring them on and it's for free. They only get paid if there is a closing. And if you are a buyer, you don't pay at all. It all comes out of the seller's closing fees. So no reason not to talk to our friends Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. This is the last home game here for LaSalle. Does not mean that we are done here on Bob Long Sports. Thrilled to be able to continue to do road games for LaSalle all the way through the conclusion of the regular season. And then certainly the expectation is that we'll be broadcasting playoff games as well across the Catholic League, whether that includes LaSalle or even when their season does come to an end. So appreciate all the athletic directors this year. Feels like it's been just a fantastic year in terms of access, in terms of wanting to showcase their athletes. Nick Parisi, no good. Fleming came down with it. Mick McKee, now he's blocked by Tristan Gillowette, and it will stay here with LaSalle. In fact, our next venue is maybe one of our favorites, aside from LaSalle here. Archbishop Wood on the road. Sue O'Neill does an excellent job running that athletic department. Our buddies John Moscow, Ed McCormick, and the rest of that staff are just fantastic. And it's kind of a home away from home for us. So we're excited to go back to Warminster, Pennsylvania. We do the Diane Moscow Foundation Classic every year, 6 games there. Broadcast a standalone game between Devon Prep and Archbishop Wood earlier this year. That ended up being a classic as Archbishop Wood outscored Devon Prep 20-0 in the final quarter of the game to erase a 13-point deficit and win that game. And boy, that's a huge game looking back now as they sit at 5-3, just 1 game back of this St. Joe's Prep team. I talked a little bit in the very early pregame if you weren't here for Senior Day celebrations. We'll say it again. You look at the standings for Philadelphia Catholic League basketball, and right now Archbishop Ryan, St. Joe's Prep at 6-2, right behind Archbishop Wood at 5-3. Why is that important? Well, the 6A teams here in the Philadelphia Catholic League are Roman Catholic, St. Joe's Prep. There's Nick Parisi for 3. This LaSalle team is also a 6A team. Archbishop Wood and Father Judge, they're all 6A teams. And the way it works is with the Public League and the Catholic League representing District 12, there's essentially equal representation there. So the 3 or 4 teams, depending on the year, it's always going to be split where the max the Catholic League is going to get. And I believe this to be correct this year as well, even with Father Judge moving up. But the most they would get is 2 teams. So if you assume Roman Catholic, undefeated in the Catholic League, finds a way as one of those top 2 teams by the time the Catholic League playoffs are done, there's Nick Parisi. Horace Simmons, what a finish. He wants a foul call as well. But you could see a situation where it comes down to either St. Joe's Prep or Archbishop Wood in the PIAA state playoffs. I mean, in many ways, what a travesty. That's just how the bracket works out. But these are 2 teams that I believe have the talent, both of them, to win a state championship this year. And one of them won't even get to the playoffs. So that Archbishop Wood game at home against LaSalle next Friday will be huge for the Vikings. Of course, for LaSalle, if they lose here today, they'll need to win 3 of their next 4 to have a realistic shot to get to the Catholic League playoffs. So huge stakes, and you hope that you will join us for that contest. Here's Liam Hawley, Horace Simmons Jr., and an offensive camera by the senior Barchak. That's going to be short again. Simmons Jr. Contact, and they give him the block for it. 4:35 to go. Great look. Inside, got it. Wonderful feed from Jalen Harper. Hawley has trouble with it on the floor. Last touch by Liam Hawley. Let's quickly look at these standings here. As we mentioned, St. Joe's Prep at 6-2. Again, Archbishop Bryan at 6-2 as well, but that's just listed that way because of alphabetical order. St. Joe's Prep does have that head-to-head advantage over Archbishop Bryan. Would be the 3 seed if season ended today. There's contact. Hayes out to Mare, picks up the personal. 6th team foul on LaSalle. Tristan Gillowett, and LaSalle falls asleep again defensively. Too easy on that entry pass. And you give St. Joe's Prep credit. They see it, and they neutralize it. They take advantage of it just about every time. Olin Chamberlain. Gillowett wants the basketball, and that's last touch by Gillowett. 3:30 to play, 4th quarter. Horace Simmons Jr.'s got it from the foul line. Assist to Nick Parisi. Double team on Gillowett. Too strong off the glass. Simmons Jr. bodied him up very well. Hayes out to Mare. Harper brings that one down with 2 strong clamps. Nick Parisi gets in the passing lane. Not a advised pass. Simmons Jr., he's blocked. Casey Fleming takes another hard hit to the turf here. Open 3. And Harper will pull this back. Up 19, 2:15 to go in this contest. Olin Chamberlain comes to the jump stop, and it'll be St. Joe's Prep basketball. This portion of today's game brought to you by E&M Insurance in North Wales. Thanks to our friend Chris Marr, who does an excellent job for his clients. Also, Horace Simmons just checked out of the game, and in comes Will Ryan. A tremendous career for Horace Simmons here at LaSalle. Going to wave off the shot, a foul called, and again, we'll finish our message with our friends at E&M Insurance. Thanks to them for their sponsorship of Bob Long Sports. If you're looking for insurance products, if you're looking for something where your home and auto, maybe a boat insurance, please give them a call and go to their website, eandminsurance.com. Appreciate their sponsorship of Bob Long Sports this year. Their phone number, 215-368-9555. Again, 215-368-9555. Liam Hawley checks out of the game. In comes the senior Tim Smith. A great job by Mike McKee to get all the seniors out there an opportunity to play. Casey Fleming is fouled on his way to the basket in the act of shooting. Luke Hudak checked into the game for LaSalle. This is Jordan Ellerby, guarded by our buddy Will Ryan. Ellerby, open three. And McKee could not hit that one. Smith gets a touch at 1:30 to go. Hudak. Nick Parisi, too strong with the left hand. Timeout on the floor, 30 seconds here. So we'll take one more look at the standings in the Philadelphia Catholic League. St. Joe's Prep will improve to 7-2 on the year. LaSalle moves to 2-7 on the season and really do need, you would think, 5 wins, 5 and 8, to sneak in the backside of the Catholic League playoffs as that 10 seed. Next games for LaSalle: Archbishop Wood on the road, Roman Catholic on the road, Archbishop Carroll on the road, and then Archbishop Ryan on the road. Dribble drive, Ellerby, too strong, offensive foul. Luke Hudak stands in and takes it. Well done. Hayes out to Mare, poked away from behind, gets all the way to Nick Parisi, and rattled the three home. Ellerby to the corner. Matt Gorman bodied up well by Hudak. Parisi almost got a hand on it. Down to the final 9 seconds. Too strong by McGuire. Great luck. Hudak got it. And that's the way this one will end. LaSalle falls to St. Joe's Prep 62-48 on senior day. Congratulations to all the seniors at LaSalle on their tremendous career and service to the program. Stay with me as I'll head down to the floor, have a quick interview, and then that'll be it for us here today from LaSalle. Thank you. Okay, Tristan Gillowett and Jaron McKee with us here post-game. Guys, a tremendous performance, start to finish, very balanced. Tristan, what do you think the key was today?
It was defense. You know what I'm saying? We tried to establish our defensive presence early, get stops, and then worry about the offense second.
Jaron, really good touch from beyond the arc today, as well as an ability to get to the lane, not just to score, but to distribute as well. What went well out there for you guys, and if you could speak to the season as a whole, where the momentum derives from?
Definitely on offense, just looking for him. Tristan, you know, he opens the floor up for us, gets us shooters open, stuff like that. So we have to really look for him. That's how we win our games.
So now you guys are 4 games away from the playoffs. I know that's an eternity in the Catholic League, but the thought of having a home playoff game at Kelly Fieldhouse with then the opportunity to go to the Palestra, I mean, what does that feel like, and is that a key for you guys as you think about the next 2 weekends?
It's definitely nice to play at home, considering we put a lot of work in at that place, so it kind of feels good to have an opportunity to play a big game at that court. So I'm definitely looking forward to having a playoff game at home.
The guards, not just you, there are 3-4 other guards that are fantastic on this team. What's it like to play with 3 or 4 other guys that can be so interchangeable and so dynamic?
It definitely makes it easier on us, like all the guards, and makes it interesting at practice. You know, we push each other each day, you know, help us get better. So we're just all getting better.
Tristan and Jaron, thanks so much for the time. We'll let you get back to your team and celebrate. Enjoy the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to Jaron McKee and Tristan Gillowett, our guests here post-game. Brady, thanks to you. Great job on the camera all game long. That's it for us. So make sure that you return on Friday as we travel to Archbishop Wood as the Explorers take on the Vikings of Archbishop Wood on Friday at 7. Thanks to Brady. Thanks to everybody here at Bob Long Sports. We'll say so long for now until next week, and good luck to the Philadelphia Eagles today.